All right, chat. Let us play some Magic. So you might see this deck, and you might think to yourself, Doomwake, have you traveled back in time to 2020 Pioneer format? And the answer to that question is, well, yes, I have. But this is modern Inverter of Truth. Because it's a format where Inverter is still legal. Rest in peace. F's and 07's in chat for Inverter. But this is, Inverter of Truth. Our Delve spell of choice is actually Murktide Regent. So it's kind of cool because we're really just a like a blue-black mid-range deck. It feels very similar to Splinter Twin when it was just like Splinter Twin was really just a control deck that had a combo finish, and this is kind of what this deck is aiming for, where it's like your Delve spell to get rid of your graveyard is Murktide. So the thing is, you can like play Murktide, and then Murktide pressures your opponent, forces them to answer it, but then it also exiles your graveyard to then follow up with Inverter. So it's kind of cool that like you kind of get them from both angles that way. We obviously also have the Thassa Oracles, and then just a bunch of good blue-black control cards like Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Counterspell, Dress Down, Murderous Cut, another Delve spell that helps you combo with Inverter, a Jace as our fifth copy of Thassa Oracle, and then a couple of just like, more flex or more like situational cards that you don't want to play a ton of copies of, like Spell Pierce, Archmage's Charm, and Brazen Borrower, and then Consider as the cantrip of choice because it fills the graveyard for Murktide. Mana base pretty straightforward, nothing too fancy going on there. And then sideboard, again, most of this stuff is pretty straightforward. Explosives for Hammer Time and Rhinos, Hearse for graveyard-based strategies. Feed the Swarm. Not really sure what this is here for. I guess I'm trying to think of what enchantments people play. I guess you can bring this in against Saga decks, so it's probably fine. Go for the Throat, just removal spell. Yeah, I guess it's there for Saga. Tourach for the white decks, Necromentia for combo decks, Yawgmoth, Rhino, stuff like that, and then just speed for control decks. So, far-ish. All right, round one. Stop talking about sandwiches. You're making me hungry, chat. All right, music down a little bit. All right, what do we got? We have a hand that looks pretty good. We'll keep it. Basically next door. Do you think they would DoorDash an hour and a half away? Asking for a friend. Whoa! Well, see, I traveled back into 2019. My opponent actually traveled back into like 2015, so. I'm not really sure that I care about any of these cards. I guess I could take Tracker and then just cut the Goyf. Probably fine, right? Although I think I'd rather just take Goyf. And then if they play Tracker on 3, I can just cut it. Also, if they wait a turn for Tracker, I just don't care. I've never actually dashed. No, I don't think they would. I don't think they would go that far. Take Boseiju has been called. Yeah, Boseiju pretty good after I cast Inverter when I have no lands in my deck, right? Play the Flooded Strand so I can. I guess I could just main phase Consider, right? In case I find a Thoughtseize. I kind of actually want to bin that. That's not bad. I'm bidding that because we know they have Terminate, and I already have a Delve card in my hand. There's a good chance I'm just going to cast this if they play the Tracker this turn. The Boomer Modern Special. Yeah, they didn't get the memo. They probably don't have Urza Saga in their deck either. Yeah, I get the same thing, Tonbur. There's like a lot of good restaurants that are about 15 to 20 minutes away from me. They still won't deliver. Too far. Too far. Okay, I have 4 cards in hand, 2 of which are Fury Terminate. I'm not going to consider now, because I'm kind of looking for a land. Like, if I see Thoughtseize on top, I wouldn't keep it anyways. But I actually need to find 2 lands. Okay. The reason I need to find 2 lands is because, well, I guess they played the Boseiju. So we could probably just not play around Boseiju. I kind of want to bin that. I really just want to find lands. I bin that. This is really awkward. Fury Terminate X. Stracker's kind of a problem. I guess I can play Oracle looking for a land drop. I have to put a land on top this turn. Saga's the card that fixes Jund. Well, they have Fury too, so they already have dirty Modern Horizons cards in their deck. It's already tarnished. Opponent said, huh, I wasn't expecting that. You and me both. You and me both. Okay, let's put a island on top. Island on top, your turn. So we can go Island Inverter. It's kind of awkward if this Oracle dies, though. Because that's a 4th card in the graveyard. It means we can't kill them next turn with Jace. So we kind of have to wait a turn on playing the Jace. Well, I mean, once they see the Inverter, it'll make a lot more sense, right? Then they probably should expect an Inverter at this point. Although I guess I could just be like the weirdo Spoils of the Vault combo deck, right? I think Spike played that a little bit before. Okay, I'm okay with that. They pitched Fury, so we know they have Terminate. Do you think they're playing Jund Scam? No, they're not playing Jund Scam. Are we gonna crack 2 clues? Okay, that's fine. We crack 1 clue, hold up Terminate. Dude, you know what's really awkward about this? If I Inverter, they kill it with the trigger on the stack. And I have 5 cards in my deck. And then I go... They crack clue. At minimum, they deal me 5, put me to 8. Bounce Tracker, Counterspell on the way back down. Well, the issue with doing that is I have more cards in my deck, right? Like, I don't want more cards in my deck post-Inverter, I think. I guess I could, like, Jace Mill them. Then the turn after play Inverter, Jace Mill me. I'm just going to go for it. I don't know if this is right, but I'm just going to go for it. Well, there's a couple of things. There's a couple of issues with playing Inverter this turn. First is we know they have Terminate, so it's an extra card in the graveyard. Or it's an extra card in my deck, because they're just going to kill the Inverter with the trigger on the stack. The other problem is they showed us Boseiju. I guess if they Boseiju us, we don't lose because we have the Oracle in the graveyard, but we just have to find the Oracle before we die to the tracker, so that's kind of awkward too. Oh wow, they didn't kill... I think they should have killed the Inverter with the trigger on the stack. I think that was a small missequence. Oh, they're just not going to get... They pitched a Fury, right? Yeah. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I guess I have the Borrower too. So, like, I could just let them terminate the Inverter. Next turn, not even play Jace, just bounce the tracker and basically just do the Borrower Counterspell thing next turn, which is probably fine. Yeah, I can also take 1 hit and not be dead, so... Dude, this might be a hot take. I actually kind of liked Inverter and Pioneer. I know it's kind of a controversial topic, but I actually kind of liked it. Yeah, honestly, I think it would be fine in the current Pioneer format. See, I kind of actually like formats like that, because they're a lot easier to metagame for. Whereas when if you look at a format like Modern right now, there's 20 viable decks, and it's impossible to have your sideboard and have good matchups or, like, playable matchups against all of them. So you run into these spots, these really feel-bad spots, where it just feels like you literally can't do anything. And I don't know. I should have left up the 2 islands, but yeah, I don't know. I would actually prefer a format where there's only like 1 or 2 viable decks, rather than a format where there's, you know what I mean? I don't have to counter that because I have Oracle in my deck, but I feel like I can, because I don't care about the tracker. Because if I draw to 2, the Jace is just lethal. If they play tracker, then they're dead. It's like the opposite of the data. Everything is like 40 to 60 matchups. What, in Modern? I disagree. I think the matchups in Pioneer are closer. Specifically involving Rakdos. Like, Rakdos doesn't really have any super polarized matchups. They're all fairly close. Maybe a couple, but... Like, Mono Green has... And that's the thing, too. It's like... That's also just the nature of the decks, you know? There's a lot more decks like Mono Green and Pioneer than there is in Modern, right? Could I push? What, for Jace? Well, yeah, that's why I said, like, countering the Thoughtseize is good. Like, I definitely countered the Thoughtseize either way. Do they have a 1-mana way to kill my Jace in response? Oh, they could have had Heat, right? Sorcery, instant creature, land. Oh, fuck. I would have lost if they had Heat. I mean, I wasn't playing around it. We don't play around cards around these parts. I'm really happy they didn't have Unholy Heat. What do we want against 2015 Jund? I don't know. 2015 Jund, huh? Yeah, I'm not really vibing with any of these cards. I could see Tourach as just a card that, good for the grindy matchups, trade, TM, go for the throat, just to get their threats down. How good is Dress down against them? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, too. Just keep their threats off the battlefields. Yeah, I'm down with that. Leyline answer? Nah, they just won't have it. Also, there's not a lot of people, like, there's not a lot of mid-range decks that even play Leyline anymore, so I don't want to respect it until they show it to me. And we got the one Borrower, too. Sand's just good, right? Wish I had a dual land so I could cast Counterspell, but Sand needs a Darkslick Shores. Ragavan. Cool card. Drew a dual land. I sure did draw a dual land. Well, this is really, really awkward. I think I want to prioritize the Oracle. Because if I Thoughtseize, I'm taking 2 hits from this Ragavan. I'm just going to play Catacombs. Yeah, there needs to be like a Sunken Ruin in this deck. Maybe 1 Drowned Catacomb, 1 Sunken Ruin. It's probably a better split. It's also just fine if I drop Fatal Push, because then I can just Thoughtseize Fatal Push the Ragavan. Aha! This is why we boarded and go for the throat, to blank their Ragavans. Tarmogoyf. In my modern? Alright. Playing a 1-3. Blocks Ragavan, helps me hit my land drop for next turn. Alright, I do need a land. It would be pretty perfect for me if they just, like... Oh, they have Ragavan. Oh, fuck Ragavan, man. They're just gonna push my Oracle and steal my land. Fuck. Ragavan ruining yet another day. Wait, what? Block, I guess. What do they have? They have, like, some sort of 2 damage removal spell for my Oracle? Ren and 6? I don't know what's happening. I don't really care if they rend my Oracle. I want it to be in the graveyard, to be honest. Mulligan's Command? Also fine with me. 4 mana. Excuse me? Okay. Shit, their hand's bad. I want to chump block with this Thassa's Oracle so bad. He said I have no thoughts to seize. That is correct. Yeah, nice Thoughtseize, idiot. Imagine me sitting there with my Thoughtseize in my hand, and my opponent reveals 3 lands. I will declare a block. Their hand is pretty good with Soul Windgrace. That's the thing about Soul, right? They have 3 lands, but they essentially have 3 spells. Seems they'd be OP if it was Modern Legal. It would definitely be good. I don't know if it would be broken, but it would certainly be good. I now realize that we only have a 50-50 chance of winning. I don't really have any other lines, so... Out here letting the Fable resolve. Oh, did I have Counterspell man up? I just clicked through. Whoops. Oh, that's true. That is a good point. If I Counterspell, it puts an extra card in my deck. Which is, like, honestly, it's pretty relevant. Your percentage goes from 50% to 33%. And, like, I kind of assume that I'm not going to have 2 turns either way. They are Beseiju... Oh, they're going to Beseiju me in response. I see. I guess I'll get an island. If I can get a grave. Okay, not going to pay. Yeah, that was a good Beseiju. Alright, 1-3 shot. I don't have Counterspell up because I have the stupid Takenuma. If only I had a Sunken Ruins. I guess they probably would have Beseiju the Sunken Ruins, but... This deck would be so much better with a single copy of Sunken Ruins. Wasn't it better to Beseiju after triggers there's less lands in library? Well, okay, so there's two schools of thought there. They can either Beseiju with the trigger on the stack to put an extra card in my deck, which decreases the likelihood that I draw Thassa's Oracle, or they can blow up a land and keep my deck the same size, but because they know I have the Oracle and not Jace, blowing up a land when I have 4 mana doesn't really accomplish that much, right? The crime we don't have River of Tears. It's gotta be worse than Sunken Ruins, right? I did? 3, 5, 7? I don't think I'm dead. I don't think I'm gonna get another turn, though. So I have to draw the Oracle. I'll get Ragavand. True. It will simply not hit the Oracle, it's fine. Aha! See? Told ya! You knew a guy that bought a bunch of inverters. Was his name Doomwake? Well, it didn't matter. I drew the Thoughtseize anyways, but... Shit! Alright, we're dead. I think. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, game 3. I do know him. I think he's like a big streamer or something, or a moderately sized streamer. I used to be a big streamer. I kind of fell off though. L plus ratio. Common Doom L. That was kind of a wild ride though. Let the Ragavan hit me, just no fear. Take it. Top card of my deck, Thassa's Oracle. I don't care. I'll flip a coin. I'm down to Gamba. Working the Snapcaster, Reanimator, Grixis Control value list. We do deck techs. There's a channel point option, and then we also do them for 2 gifties or $10 dues. Oh, I fell off because I don't play Among Us anymore. Amogus. Very, very sus. It's all Otter. Otter was always the best at faking wires. For you, Depracaf. Alright, fine. I'll do it for a sub. One-time discount. It's probably fine. I know, right? We hit the 33 and then missed on the coin flip. Just classic gambling. There it is. Depracaf! Thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you, buddy. Just drop a link in chat. We'll take a look at it for them after the match. I'm doing good, Tyler. How are you? Island, right? I think Island's fine. I would like to find push. We're 30. We only have one basic swamp in our deck, for whatever that's worth. Graveyard. As long as it's called Deep Inside, it's very sus. Should I Borrower their Ragavan? I don't want to. Eat this card. Nope. I think I'm just going to take a hit. Mana base is funky because it's just cards you own. Alright, we'll take a look. What do we got? Darkslick, Islet, Delta, Tarn, Canal, Vents, Grave Lounge. The mana base doesn't look that bad. Why not borrow Ragavan? Someone help Spell Pierce. They have Fable. Consider Counterspell, Drowned, Push, Colgan's Command, Lightning Bolt, Otherworldly Gaze. Claim to Fame, Unearth. Arcanist, Pyromancer, Snap Supplier, Young Pyromancer. 27. See? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Not today. That was a really good draw step. That was a really, really good draw step. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, siete. That's right, I know my Spanish. Alright, consider Counterspell. I feel like I'd probably want to play more Drowns and less Counterspells just for mana consideration. Claim to Fame, Unearth. Probably just play 4-Season Pyromancer. I'm not a huge fan of Supplier. Down, I probably would go, like, cut the Suppliers, add 4th Pyromancer and two more Young Pyromancers, and then probably cut the Counterspells for, like, a 3rd Drown, maybe cut the 2nd Kolaghan's Command, and then try and shave it down to 60 cards. Like, you definitely don't want to play more than 60 cards. Should have left an instant sorcery for the next one. Well, I just can't even play the next one anyways, right? But maybe you're right. But yeah, I think, like, less Counterspells, maybe more Drowns, 1 less Kolaghan's Command. 19 lands probably a little low, too, because I guess you have Consider. You can probably get away with it. 4 Claim to Fame, 3 Unearth might be too much as well. You could probably go down to, like, maybe, like, 2 Claim to Fame. And I think I like Unearth more because it has cycling. So I'd probably go down to, like, 4 Unearth, 2 Claim. Second Schmirky. Play a 3/3 this turn. Just gonna bounce the Goyf. Ooh. Are we stealing? Stealing only? Stealing's kind of... Alright, I'm gonna play Island Pass. I might steal. I think I probably should steal. But yeah, I think those are, like, kind of my overall thoughts. I don't know if you have any ideas for a sideboard, but... I think stealing is better than getting hit by it. But yeah, I mean, the sideboard is... Like, most sideboards are just really dependent on what your local metagame is, assuming that you're playing it in locals. Wow, they're not playing Goyf. I think that's really good for me. Just gonna attack. Spellpierce, Graveyard Stuff, Flusterstorm. Yeah, that makes sense. Thoughtseize is probably, if you have them. 4/4 Merc or Oracle Borrower. Well, they have Goyf. I don't want to go Borrower Oracle Scry 4. Just main phase the Borrower and then I get 4 looks to try and find that Inverter. Although I guess I don't really want an Inverter here. I only want Inverter if the Oracle dies. Do own the Thoughtseize just like doesn't really feel kind of thing a deck wants to be doing. It's a good sideboard card for sure. Should we put Counterspell on top? Counterspell on top. I'm kind of thinking too. I don't really think I want this Counterspell. I think I want something better. Redrown, 2K command. Is this 60? I'd probably cut the second K command for the third Young Pyromancer. Everything else looks good though. I like those changes. Does Inverter trigger Murktide? I don't think it does, because it just says shuffle the cards into your... Well, wait, no. Does it exile the... Oh, yeah, they leave the graveyard. Yeah, they leave the graveyard, right? It leaves your graveyard, so they do leave the graveyard, right? Inverter plus Oracle equals Murktide plus Counterspell? Yeah, I know, right? Ed! Demonic Tutors, thank you for the raid, buddy. Welcome, Raiders, coming in hot. Appreciate you, buddy. Believe it or not, we are actually playing Modern on the channel today. This is not a drill. Actually, I promise you, this is me. Hi, my name is Doomwake, and I'm playing Modern today. Welcome to the stream. I know, it might shock you to hear that, but... They boarded in Chalice. Yeah, no iterations. Why would they board in Chalice? It's kind of a weird one. Alright, beatdowns. Yeah, it's actually my clone. I cloned myself to play Modern. Should I leave a card in my graveyard for Inverter purposes? I think I should. So I can get one draw step if I draw Inverter. Yeah, I'm gonna leave a card in my graveyard. Just exile the spell. Alright, I'm all in, baby. Racing a Soul is gonna be kind of hard if they just have lands in their hand, but... If they attack with Soul, I'm gonna chump block. Because chump blocking is good if I draw Inverter, because then this is just in my deck. Behind Pauper, Commander, and Commander. I hope they kill these two. I think they're going to kill the Murktide, but... So, they kill Murktide. I chump with Oracle. And I rip Inverter, like a sack. I kind of have to chump block, right? Like, I really want this in my graveyard. Because I think Inverter is my only out at this point. That's hilarious. I mean, I don't think I can win this race. They also have Reflection plus Fury. Am I dead? 17. Yeah, I'm just dead, right? They just go copy Fury, kill both my creatures, attack for 17. Damn it. Alright, GG's. Dedge. Close match. Eldrazi-tron, huh? How do I open basic swamp counterspell every game? There's only one basic swamp in my deck. Still keeping, but... Okay, Pog. I mean, I have to take this, right? Can't beat it. Oh, well, they have double temple, so I have to take Thoughtseize here. Although, I'm just going to scoop to the Reshaper anyways. Yeah, alright, we're dead. Go. They have Ugin... Map, huh? Ugin, one unknown. I don't know why, but I kind of want to counter this. We have a second map, though. Why would I counter this? It's just stupid. Just let them have drawn. Take 3. This is going to look weird, but I'm actually going to second main phase this dress down. I know, that doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, because I can't play the Murktide next turn regardless, so I'll just do it in a turn. I need to cycle this, though. End step so I can find Bush. But I don't have a Revolt trigger, right? I guess I can still kill the Mana Reshaper? Right? I could just let the dress down die, push the Reshaper, let them get the trigger. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that I give them the trigger, but that's probably okay, and then I can hold up Counterspell. Maybe try to slam Murktide next turn. Yeah, like, I'm gonna have the Revolt now, but... I wanted the Revolt when I had the dress down in play. Right. What's up, Chalice? Karn, the greatest content creator in the world. Not playing into Counterspell, huh? Fair. I guess I can just Murktide hold up Counterspell. Oh no, I have this fucking swamp. Alright, you can go. My opinion for Modern, what's the fastest combo, easiest to play combo? Combine both. I mean, the answer to your question is probably either like Charbelcher or Calibrated Blast, right? It's probably one of those two. If I let that resolve, they're going to take Murktide. But if I counter it, they can Karn me. How bad is Karn? Karn will get... with Karn. Alright, I'm gonna let this go. It's kind of weird, but I'm gonna let it go. We know they have Karn and Ugin. Belcher is hard as fuck. Well, I mean, the thing about Belcher, I don't think there's a ton of interaction points. It's really just, like, how to best utilize your mana. Not mana, but, like... I'm just gonna counterspell this. It's a bad way to describe it, but, like, just learning the lines, learning the combo lines. Once you've learned those lines, it's not too difficult. Do I like Modern again? I like Modern because I'm getting paid to play it. Does that answer your question? Look, it's Dono Deck Thursday. I'll play any format for the right price. So I counter this and they just play Karn. Karn me. Yeah, Karn me. Yeah, it pays the bills, you know. When you're like me and you have a dying stream, you have to take money whenever you can get it. I'm just kidding. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Tormod's Crypt. Do they know about the Oracle? I don't think they do. How the hell do I beat this Karn? I really don't know. What format do I dislike the most? Easily Modern. Dude, this mana base! Karate, what are you doing to me? This mana base is killing me. I can't. I can't with this fucking mana base. I can't even cast the Inverter now. I mean, I'm just dead to Karn Ballista. Alright, you win. You win. E-Tron, huh? What is this deck? We're casting Inverter of Truth and Thassa's Oracle like it's 2020. Do I want any of these cards against Electronic Tron? Yeah, that's true. I would probably win a lot more matches if I had more Horizons cards in my deck. It's a very, very good point. It's the key to success in Modern. Well... That's not true. My opponent round 1 had Horizons cards. They had Ragavans. Engineered Explosives, maybe? Just to blow up... I don't think I care about Chalice. Go for the Throw doesn't seem awful. Neither does Necromentia. I think these dress downs are kind of mid. Spellpierce seems not great either. Let's bring in these. I don't even know if Necromentia's good, but... just kind of want to do it. Just to do it. It's probably not good. Like, what do I even name? Their deck can easily play without Tron. They have temples and stuff. Alright, fast Murktide. We're in. You're in there. This deck could be better if it had a companion. Well, it can't really play a companion, right? Maybe if they didn't ban the homie Yorion, play some Yorion in this deck. Yorion Inverter, huh? I'm graveyarding that. So many Murktides. I'm gonna consider now to try and hit Thoughtseize. I guess. It lands. There we go. Do I just dislike Modern because of my mage cards? That's most of it, yeah. I just don't like the gameplay with the Horizons cards. It's not great. Battle of Wits Inverter when? Based. This Murktide is a 5/5. So because... well, I'm just going to hold up Counterspell. What am I doing? Yeah. Hold up Counterspell this turn, then I can Murktide next turn as a 6/6, and they can't dismember it, which is nice. And if they don't play a spell, then I can just play Murktide. So this is going to look weird, but I'm actually going to play this as a 4/4 Murktide, because if they dismember it, then I can play this one as another 4/4. Actually a 5/5 if I also Counterspell. So let's go Delta Crack for Island. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave the Oracle in the graveyard as well for the Inverter. If they cast Dismember, I'm just going to let it go. That's also fine. I guess now they could go Cavern plus Thoughtseer, but... do I care about that? I guess I do. I guess I care about that. It's fine. Oracle plus Murktide is GG. Well, if I play Inverter, there's a couple of things that can go wrong there, right? They do have Stonebrain, too. Which they boarded in. That's kind of weird. Okay, now how do we want to play this? 4 cards in hand. Didn't play a land last turn. I could delve everything but the Thassa's Oracle and play a 5/5 Murktide? You want to slam Inverter? With 4 cards? Are you worried about them having a second Stonebrain? Maybe I shouldn't be. I guess if I don't play Inverter and they have Thoughtseer, it could be awkward. Yeah, this is probably fine. Because we even have the Murderous Cut that we can hardcast next turn. Just tap 5 mana for it. They rip the tower. Okay. Bad man. Okay. Do they have a second Stone Brain? I hope they don't. They are dead if I consider bin and then draw the Oracle. Alright, they just chalice for 2 next turn. Shit. Of course I drew the Oracle too. Yeah, we're just dead to chalice. You don't even need to bin. Well, I would, right? Is the Jace in our deck? No, I think, yeah, I delved it away. So the turn that I played Murktide, the only card I kept in the graveyard was Oracle. Or no, I kept Spell plus Oracle. Keeping the spell for the Murktide, the follow-up Murktide. Well, then with Inverter Beats... Guess I could maybe race now, because they're just gonna get bridge, right? Just gonna bridge us. Oh, I can attack Karn is the thing. Okay, so I attack Karn. Don't play the Oracle to make them chalice on 2, and then I can try to race them. No, I probably should play the Oracle this turn. Yeah, but I think we have to kill Karn. Because otherwise they just get bridge. And there's no point in holding the Oracles, because we know they have chalice. I guess I'll top Counterspell. It's probably the best card left in my 3-card deck. And then I think I have exactly enough cards to try and kill them. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, right. Topping Counterspell's bad, because we know they have chalice. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, at least something. Play first. God, forcing myself to go through this is rough. I'd have to cut all modern Dono decks off from now on. I say that every time I play a modern Dono deck, and I'm just like... Fakinas, thank you for the 18 months, buddy. Appreciate you. Yeah, wouldn't be a miserable modern league if it wasn't for one Hammer Time experience. I'm not even gonna read this card. It probably does something. I'm just gonna take Sigarda's Aid. You can go. Get up the price since I dislike doing it. Yeah, make him just double the price, make him 50. But yeah, this is tough. This is tough. It's kind of like the Angel's Insurance, right? Like, you have to pay a little bit more because I charge for the pain and suffering. Lane's Ornithopter, go. Why didn't they cast Zephyr Boots? I think I'm gonna top Consider because I have the Murktide. To be fair, the pain and suffering is probably worth more than 25. Oh, did somebody redeemed a Fat Clouds, didn't they? Hold on, I got a song request too. I wasn't paying attention to, Hold on, Brick, I got you, and then we got a song request as well. Belcher in the queue. And then we got a Fat Clouds for the Brick. The big brick. Every game I play against Hammer, the price goes up $5. I guess I consider pay for Sentinel. Sure. It's not bad. I don't know if it's going to be good enough, but it's not bad. Do I play Standard at all? Starting to make a comeback in my town? No, I haven't really dabbled too much in Standard. Drawing 2 fetch lands is really awkward, though. Because that means I'm going to have 6 cards in my deck. That's not true. I can Murktide first. But then I'm another turn away from winning is the issue. If I Murktide first. Okay, let's do some math here. If I Inverter, I have 5 cards in my deck. Oracle's not a kill, because I draw... Oh, no, Oracle is a kill, right? Draw to 4 cards, and then I have 4 Devotion in play. So I could just play Inverter here, and it's fine. Just can't block with... I can't block with Oracle this turn. I'm only allowed to block with Inverter. But I am going to start playing Standard soon to prepare for the regional championship that I'm qualified for. So, you know, I think over the next couple of months, I'm going to try to play a little bit more Arena, too. Play some Explorer, play some Standard, just get some variety, because I'm going to... Even Pioneer, you know, obviously I don't like Modern, but even Pioneer has been a little bit stale as of late. So I want to get into some Standard, some Explorer, been doing some Cube here and there. Carson posted a great Standard article. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, I play some Legacy, I play some Vintage here and there. Interest in Pauper? Nah, not really. But Legacy and Vintage are both fine. Yeah, that's true too. The new set's definitely going to shake up the Standard format for sure. Now, the only Arena format that I currently play is Explorer, because it's the one that's the closest to Pioneer, and Pioneer is my favorite format. But, you know, again, I do want to start playing some Standard too, just to get, you know, get a feel for it. I mean, yeah, this new set's probably going to change Standard, but at the end of the day, like, the best card in Standard is still going to be Fable and Shieldred, right? I don't think that's going to change. They're not going to print a card that's even close to the power level of those. Yeah, I really don't know why they put the Alchemy cards into Historic. If they just made Historic, like, all of the real sets that are on Arena, with, you know what I mean? But without the fake supplemental bullshit, I think it would have been a lot better. I've slowly started off selling my Modern collection as well. The only thing I have left is Rhinos, which I'll probably sell soon. This song is good. Guess I'll trade. Are they playing multiple copies of Zephyr Boots? Is this card good? This card can't be good, right? Only have Esper Reanimator left in Modern. I used to have a lot of decks. I was really big on the food decks at first. Bought Sagas, bought all those food cards, Archons. I had a lot of Reanimator stuff, sold all that. Some Teferis. I mean, I still have the Teferis for Rhino potential, but I kept all of the Rhino, the Teamer Rhino Shell, and then the splash cards like Binding, Teferi, Scion of Draco, that kind of stuff. What's up, Abomination? How you doing? What do I sell? Because I'm not playing them. I honestly have not played. I haven't played Modern locally in a long time. I've only been playing Pioneer at FNM. What do I use for Rhino tokens? Oh no! I just knocked over my. I forgot to show you this. So for those of you who are just tuning in, I knocked over a stack of cards. This is the real reason we're playing Inverter today. I may or may not have a couple of copies left over that I may have forgotten to sell, but you know. So that's that. And the Rhino tokens. There we go. I got them right here. These are my babies. I love these things. This is the best Rhino token, and it's not close. Okay. You cannot debate this. It's just not. It's not up for debate. It's not a question. First edition too, by the way. You got to get the first edition ones. Not foil. Well, they didn't have foils back in the day. Not foils of the common. So like the really old school Pokemon cards, the only foils are the rares. So you can't. I mean, you can have a different version of a foil Rhydon, but it's not going to be the OG. I think Spell Pierce is bad against Hammer. Kind of want to trim a Murktide too. Does that make sense? Yeah, Rhydon was jungle. Guess I want the Feed the Swarm too. Can I cut the Jace? It's probably too slow. All right, let's roll with this. Yeah, when did Jungle come out? 2000 was 2003, right? I was still playing Pokemon back then. I used to be really good at Pokemon. Now I just play Magic marginally. Why is Pierce bad versus Hammer? Well, it's not good against Stoneforge, it's not good against Pierce Steel, it's not good against Sentinel, it's not good against Saga. Cards are all super cheap. I don't think it's that good. I'm on the draw with the one-laner, but I have double Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, and Explosives. I think I keep this and put back the Cut. I could put back Dress Down, but I kind of like being able to Dress Down Saga tokens and then hold up, like, have the EE for one available. TP, now you're just joling. I Thoughtseize or hold up Fatal Push? Hold up Fatal Push. There's a lot of people that still play the Pokemon TCG too. They have like World Championships and stuff. I actually watched a little bit of the last World Championship. I don't know why. I ended up just being like I ended up on my Twitch stream somehow. It was recommended or something and I watched it. The Pokemon trading card game is pretty fucked up. There's just like mono Wheel of Fortunes that are free. It's so fucked up. Wait, I don't stop on attacks. Whoops. You gotta just love it when they just go for it. Just YOLO. Yeah, agreed. Orlando Regional has 1,500 signed up. Is that for Pokemon? Sheesh. That's wild. What you got? Alright. Go. So even if they draw a land for Paladin, they still can't equip Hammer. And we can just Fatal Push the Paladin. That's wild. Alright, no cards. I mean, I would like some lands. I don't know if we really need lands, but sure would be nice. I guess I don't have to push now, right? They could have Darksteel Citadel. I mean, I'm gonna push anyways, so who cares? I don't play a lot of Modern, but when I do, I beat Hammer players playing way too scared. Yeah, that's true. And also, they kept the one-lander. Their hand, and they had a second Hammer too, right? Like, they had land, double Thopter, double Hammer, Aid, so they felt like they could go for the first one, and then even if I have a removal spell, they have a backup, Hammer. So it kind of makes sense. Yeah, and especially the old booster boxes, which I think is kind of like that with Magic too, where the old booster boxes are just super expensive. I should probably play this for 1. E on 0. Well, I have Dress Down for the Saga tokens. So I think I like doing this on 1 to blow up these two. Will I try Modern when the new LOTR cards come out? Maybe. If anything looks super interesting. At the end of the day, I'm going to play what I want to play. I'm going to play what I enjoy, what I think would be fun. I just want to I just want to have fun. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Yeah, or what I get paid to. That's the other part of it. Look, one day out of the week, I can shill, okay? Thursday is the shill day. They got Cauldron? If I was them, I probably would have just dealt me 10 damage there. I also haven't played my second land drop yet, so... the question is, how do we beat the Cauldron? I guess I can steal the token. But I have a basic swamp, so that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Alright, you can go. What standard formats did I enjoy? I mean, the one that I was the most successful at was the Devotion standard. Like mono blue, mono black, blue-white control. That was the one that I had the most success in. And then I think the format right after that, or maybe it was before it, or maybe it was the same format with Gen Monsters. Or no, the Dragons format, which was after Cons came out with like Mardu Dragons. That deck was so sick. Yeah, the one swamp coming up every single time. So if I don't pop, they can get Needle. I don't think they would bring a Needle against the blue-black deck. Maybe I'm going to get punished, but... Well, this is the only basic swamp, but we have a Takenuma too. But yeah, there should be a Sunken Ruins, I think. Just down on end step. True, but then they can still just put the thing into play the next turn, right? Well, if I crack, they just get the Zephyr Boots. I can't... They had 2 of discard game 1. Why would they put it on the Stoneforge if they're going to activate Stoneforge and put in Cauldron? Wouldn't they just put it... Oh, this doesn't... This does... I thought this gave it +1/+0. This card is horrible. Good God. Rancid. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Now they can just equip the Ornithopter. I needed to do this in response. This was dumb. Yeah, I needed to do this in response, so they couldn't equip the Ornithopter. I guess it's, like, leaves me with the same amount of outs, because I can still steal the Ornithopter either way, but... Feels like a Dono deck card. Maybe they're playing Donation Deck Thursday. We don't know. You want to equip the Stoneforge? Oh, I was gonna say, like, why would they do that? That would be so weird. I haven't seen Esper Shadow in a while. Is it a Pioneer deck? I'm about to up the price of modern Dono decks. Why are they shocking? Is there a reason they would want to shock there? Yeah, modern Donos are now $700. Good luck. So I can dress down and try to find Fatal Push? I guess I could dress down on my own end step. So the dress down remains in play for their turn. It's probably a fine play. And then if I rip a blue source, I can charm the Germ token next turn. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can find Fatal Push now, too, right? Does that work the way that I want it to? No, Dress Down doesn't kill the Germ token, but I think it removes Indestructible, right? Yeah, it does. Alright, push. Yeah, no push. Damn it. Yeah, so it doesn't kill the Germ token, but it makes it not indestructible. Which I guess I could have just Dressed Down last turn so this thing didn't have haste and not taken 5 damage. That was also an option. But the issue with doing that is they still have the Sigarda's Aid in play. So if I take the Dress Down line, if their last card is another hammer, then I lose. But Yeah, the real price of Dono decks depends on how many Hammer Time players I play against. So I'm not going to actually charge you until after the league. And every time, base price is $50, but if I play against one Hammer opponent for each one, the price increases by $100. That's how it works. So if you're feeling lucky, what if the Dono deck is Hammer? Well, good luck. All right, Blue Source. Yeah, it's a Blue Source. Deals me damage, but it is a Blue Source. All right, Eastland. I want to steal it when it's untapped. Should I upkeep steal it? Oh yeah, it's a much worse deck without Dig for sure. So they could have like Blacksmith Skill or something, Spell Pierce. I imagine if they're playing Glacial Fortress, they probably have a lot more blue cards, right? Like you wouldn't play Glacial Fortress if you weren't playing multiple blue cards. Oh yeah, they could just scale the Ornithopter. Yeah, you're right. They did not do that, and now we get to untap with Counterspell, which is kind of nice. So I guess we just kind of sit here until we find a fourth blue source. Or I guess just a land. Then I can play Inverter with Counterspell up. Probably attack. They have one land. Well, the other problem with playing Inverter is I kind of just want to try and find a Murktide first. I have 10 cards in my graveyard. I'm just going to pass, I think. Yeah, I'm going to pass. I feel like I can wait at least a turn. Panda's drinking. Perfect time for the 1,000-Year Storm Step, huh? 10 cards for him are dead. Yeah, the fetch lands. Thoughtseize too. Well, the issue with casting... Oddly, I kind of care about that. The issue with casting an Inverter is I don't have Counterspell up. So I was trying to wait until I have land 6, so I can at least go Inverter and hold up Counterspell. Alright, I guess we're going to 1. Half of the cards in my deck are now dead, but, wait, I just have lethal next turn. I guess they have a Thopter to block. But yeah, we can attack with the Germ token now. I said GG's. It's not GG's yet, but close. I would say we're favored. Slightly. Yeah, that's true. Well, they have 2 draw steps, right? Because they have a blocker. They could just block the Inverter next turn. Inverter pumping Murktide? Yeah, that is true. Just like play a small Murktide and then slam Inverter a couple turns later. And now have a giant Murktide. I never really understood the GGs and then keep playing. It's always kind of perplexing to me. Canal, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Welcome, Raiders. Coming in hot. Yeah, GGs and then continue playing the game. I'm just going to counter that. I could counter what they get, but I'm just going to counter it. Yeah, that's fair. Dead to Fatal Push. Oh, I actually have to play the Oracle, right? Yeah, that's true. I can't counter what they get anyways. I have to play the Oracle. Because they go chump block the Inverter, and then, yeah, I have to play the Oracle. Dude, we lose to Zephyr Boots. Can you imagine if they draw a copy of Zephyr Boots right now? You know what's going to happen. It is a stone cold lock to happen. I could have maybe not attacked with the Inverter to play around it, but yeah. Maybe I should have played around it. Good with those. Alright, don't draw Zephyr Boots. It's a line that I never thought I would say. Dead if my opponent draws Zephyr Boots. Here we are. 2023, ladies and gentlemen. Folks. 2023, folks. I'm already having flashbacks. I said it earlier. I actually, again, very extremely hot take, very, very unpopular opinion. I actually kind of like Inverter. I think I should not attack with the Oracle in case they have a removal spell. Right, because they just go block Oracle, kill this. I guess they just... Yeah, no, this is better, this is better. Cast the Thoughtseize, huh? Should I cast it? How many gifted subs to cast the Thoughtseize? Yeah, too late, they're already dead. Common Doom L. This is the best card in my deck, and it's not close. He would sue. Spike wouldn't do that to me, right? Right? He wouldn't do that to me. How many channel points does one Doom coin cost? Whatever you're willing to pay, and by that I mean it's gonna be an auction. You know what I should do? I should make like we should have like an auction section, like or like an auction bit on the channel, where people bid on Doomcoin, and I just have these different kind of channel points, starting with 1 and going all the way up to like 100, and they're all in increments of it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can bid like you start the bidding at 1, somebody else redeems a channel point option for 2, and then you just bid on Doomcoin. That'd be kind of fun. How much to ship to the UK? That is 0.5 additional Doomcoin. Thank you very much. Second Hammer League, so that's an additional $200 that I'm expecting from Dom. I expect it on my PayPal tomorrow. It's called Hammer Insurance. How much to ship directly to my own trash can? That's free of cost. I'll cover those costs. That one's on the house. Alright, song request from Golands. In the queue. We got a Nettle Cyst. So I think we just kill the Sentinel. And then if they Stoneforge in a Cauldron, I can just steal. Go. Because I think they might have gotten Nettle Cyst, assuming that maybe they already have the Cauldron in hand. Causes your opponent to pause their play with equipment. What do you mean? I see. Chalice with the dad jokes. This is your daily dose of Chalice dad jokes. I like the Chalice dad jokes. Big fan. I guess we shock. So I might want to keep this Takenuma available. Put in the Nettle Cyst. Just let that happen. It's fine. If I steal the Germ, I can still attack with it. Wait, no. If I steal the Germ, it just dies, right? If I steal this Germ, does it die? Oh, no, because it's their artifacts. Yeah, sure. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, I was thinking if I steal the Nettle Cyst, but... How does that work? If I gain control of the Nettle Cyst? I've never had that happen before. I guess I was supposed to steal this before they attack, but then they just don't attack with these. This is kind of weird. What if I just drew 2? I don't want to kill any of these. Or steal any of these. Maybe I could take the Sentinel? It's probably fine. No, I think stealing the Sentinel's good. It just frees up a lot more of my mana, too. Because then I can, like, Jace next turn and still hold up push. And not have to pay for the Sentinel. Might just have Spell Pierce. No, we don't have a Wrath. They have Metallic Rebuke? Is that what this is? Well, they floated 2 mana, and then they went to pay costs. Yeah, no, it's Metallic Rebuke. Alright, I will not pay. So we take 5. We can Jace and hope to hit a Fatal Push. Just not pay for the Sentinel. That is interesting. Yeah, the Hammer song while listening to Hammer. Classic. So this is awkward because I want to go Jace, mill myself, and then cast Murderous Cut. The issue is, if I cut main phase, I guess I could just cut the Sentinel main phase, right? And then even, yeah, that's probably fine. Jace goes to 5. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We'll go Jace, not pay for Sentinel. And then we just go mill myself. Mill the Inverter, which is unfortunate. We just cut this main phase. I think I'm going to leave the Inverter in the graveyard. I know it's worse with the Murktide Regent, but I'm just... I think if I, like, double Inverter, maybe... Nah. I guess there's really no reason to double Inverter. I probably should have kept the spell in the graveyard for Murktide. Maybe that's better. Oh. They're not Hammer at all. I guess that makes a lot more sense. For some reason, I thought they were still Hammer the whole time. But, yeah, this makes more sense. So now they kill Jace. I guess the Song Request is no longer appropriate. The 3, 4... I can play Murktide and pay for Rebuke, right? If I exile my whole graveyard, it's probably fine. Sort of the make Thopter Foundry legal in Modern? It is, yeah. Well, no, it didn't get banned in Legacy. It was banned in Modern for the longest time, but it was unbanned. Does anybody remember when it was unbanned? It's all good, Golands. I still respect you. They bricked off Smith. That's nice. I like that. So they're just going to equip the Germ attack for 4. Yeah. Still have Rebuke up. Just kind of gross. I'm going to block here. It's also a 4 or 5, so blocking is stupid. Not exactly what we are looking for. How do I get out of this? I guess I can Oracle into Inverter, chump block, then draw the Oracle. I definitely don't want to cast Thoughtseize. Yeah, it was a lot better when Opal was still around. Well, none of those do it, so... Yeah, I think I have to play towards drawing Inverter. I do have to leave the Murktide back, for sure. April 8th, 2016. Wow, we've had Sword of the Meek for 6 years? I feel so old. Yes, that's also funny. For those of you who don't know, Ancestral Vision was also on the Modern ban list at one point. As well as Wild Nicodle, Bitter Blossom, Bloodbraid Elf. You know, these cards that are just completely overtaking the entire Modern format. Yeah, we don't have any outs now. Yeah, Valakut too. That is certainly an understatement, Spirit Squad. Certainly an understatement. So they're playing Urza, Thopter, Sword, Stoneforge. Beat the Swarm's good against Saga. I don't really know if I want Dispute. Spell Pierce kind of mid. Press down good against Saga. Like Shave a Murktide maybe? Not the Borrower. I don't know if I like Borrower that much. Alright, let's roll with that. Yeah, Valakut was also banned at one point. I want to say Valakut... I want to say when they started the format, Valakut was banned. And then it eventually came off at one point. But I might be misremembering that. And also remember, Deathrite Shaman and Dig Through Time and Oko Thief of Crowns used to be legal. Think about that. You know, you think about the cards that are on the... or that aren't banned that used to be. Think about the cards that are banned that weren't at one point. And also, I think one of the funniest ones is Gitaxian Probe. Because Gitaxian Probe was around for the longest time, and nobody put it in their deck. I think the tipping point was... I can't remember the first person to do it, but it was somebody who put it into Death Shadow, and it was just all downhill from there. Yeah, and nobody played it. People didn't even play it that much in Standard. They just didn't realize how completely broken it was. Nobody knew. It's also like way back in the day when people used to play Standard. They didn't put Ponder in their Fairies decks. Imagine that. You have turn 2 Bitter Blossom, which was just completely unbeatable in Standard, and they just didn't play Ponder in their deck. And nobody played it in Standard though. Like, go back and look at Fairies Decklist and Standard from that time. Nobody had Ponder. Standard Delver deck with Probe was cool. Yeah, that deck was sick. That might be one of my favorite Standard decks of all time. With, like, Blue-White Delver, your creatures were just Delver, Snapcaster Mage, and Geistosane Draft, and then you had, like, Dismember, Probe, Gutshot, Mana Leak. What was the white? I think there was another white removal spell that people played, but maybe not. Vapor Snag. Yeah, that deck was so sick. Runechainer Spike, too. Yeah. Thought Scour. Ponder. Look, it was unbanned 9/20/2012. Modern started 8/12/2011. That sounds about right. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. I think that was around the first Pro Tour. ET Philly. The classic. Relic of Progenitals. Should I steal? If they tap out, I could steal. Blue mana, please. Could play Explosives. Non-sanctioned MTGO format. Yeah, didn't they roll it out to people on MTGO as like a little test run before they released it as an official WotC sanctioned format? I wasn't playing a ton during that time. I didn't really start playing until like a couple years after that. or when I really got into Magic Online. But I feel like I remember hearing something like that. They did a little test run with the community. Ponder was in Lauren, yes. I'll wait on the explosives. Imagine that. Punishing Fire was legal for a couple of months, and they thought it was too good. Excuse me. They thought it was too good. Too good. Ban it. Punishing Fire would be unplayable right now. It would not even be a good card. But the thing is, even if Punishing Fire is an unplayable card, there's really not a ton of upside in banning it or unbanning it, you know what I mean? Yes, it wouldn't do much, but also what's the upside? There's no. It's like there's a typical risk reward with these types of things, and there's just no reward because it's a miserable card, but it's not. It doesn't mean it's not unplayable. Yeah, Hypergenesis I think started. Maybe they let you play. No, I think they let you play with Hypergenesis in the first Pro Tour. I'm pretty sure. Right? I think they did. I just don't think anybody played it. Was it pre-banned? Did people play Living It at the first Pro Tour? I kind of want to go back and look at PT Philly deck list. That'd be a trip down memory lane. How many cards that were pre-banned are still banned to this day? Hypergenesis. Skull Clamp was pre-banned, I think. Dark Depths, I think, was also pre-banned. Chrome Mox was pre-banned. Is that it? Artifact Lands. Did they pre-ban GT? I don't remember if they pre-banned GT or not. This is the pre-ban list. Ancestral Vision on the pre-ban list. I mean, they didn't really know what they were doing at the format at that time. It was so new, so I get it. So, Artifact Lands, Dread Return, Glimpse, Troll. I guess you kind of count Troll, even though it's been off a couple of times. Hypergenesis, Jace, Keck W. Misstep, yeah, makes sense. Top also makes sense. Top is a miserable card. GT was there. Yeah, okay. Imagine looking at and seeing, like, Ancestral Vision, Bitter Blossom, Jace the Mind Sculptor, like, cards that are just unplayable in Modern right now. It's hilarious. Yes, there will be cruising. I don't have an exact date, but look for, like, late February. That's what I'm aiming for, late February. Once I have an exact date, I'll tweet it out. But yeah, for those of you who are interested in playing some pure Modern, as I'm calling it, maybe not the best name for it, but that's what we're calling it. Modern Without Horizon sets. I will be hosting another second ever pure Modern tournament. End of February is what I'm aiming for. We're playing a GTA release. I think GTA was one of those cards that people didn't really know how busted it was until they played with it. Because around that time, Equipment was still a relatively new card type. I think it was only the second block to ever have Equipment, right? Because it was right after Mirrodin. So Equipment were still fairly new, and people didn't really know the card type that well. Came in a precon deck? Yeah, the Rats precon deck. Warhammer is probably the best one. Well, Bone Splitter I think was better in draft. Well, Skull Clamp, obviously, but Skull Clamp got banned almost instantaneously. So I don't know if we count that one that much. Skull Clamp, Keck W. PT Philly was dope. I probably don't even have to sack this. Because, like, if they want to needle the explosives to keep one token, whatever. I actually think they're not supposed to float mana there for what it's worth. You get into it depends on your hand, of course, but you get into these spots where if you don't float mana and you pass priority back to your opponent, if they pop the explosives, you still get priority to make a token. And if they don't pop the explosives, you're down to mana, but you just get the needle anyways. So, something to keep in mind. I don't know if it was correct for them to do it there, but interesting thing to keep in mind. This cavern is, like, really gonna kill me. Yeah. I think I just have to draw 2 cards and just hope that I find something good. Those aren't terrible. Oh. Well, hello there. That is a very, very interesting draw step. Thoughtseize Inverter. Oh, no, if I Inverter, they just pop the Relic. Okay, I can't cast the Inverter this turn. How do I play this? I think I'm gonna start with Thoughtseize. See what's up. Dude, PT Philly was dope. We could do like an old school watch along type thing for PT Philly. Just cut it. No, if I cast the Inverter, I have 3 cards in my graveyard. So I cast Inverter, they respond with Relic. I don't have cards in my graveyard to cast the cut. I'm 1 short. What's up, Mikey? Teferi, Stoneforge, Thopter Foundry, huh? Well... I feel like I should probably take the Thopter Foundry, Murderous Cut the token, and hold up Counterspell. So I think I'm going to do that. And is Teferi Stoneforge. Missed the Pyromancer deck. That was the deck that was that Andres Prost played, right? It was like Blue-Red Pyromancer Ascension, the OG Storm deck. That deck had a lot of fucked up cards in it. Seething Song, Rite of Flame, Ponder, Probe, and Preordain, I believe, were all in that deck. Just, you know, casual 20 ban cards. Actually, I think there might have been more ban cards. Let's look at this. Yeah, it was Andres Prost. AKA the Baconator, for those of you who have been playing Magic Online for a long time. Oh my god, he had Grove Punishing Fire, too. So we had Probe, Preordain, Ponder. Wait, he didn't play Rituals? I could have sworn these decks had Rite of Flame, no? Also, just casual sideboard Deceiver Exarch Splinter Twin. You love to see it. That's odd. Like, sideboard Deceiver Splitter Twin is something else. But I guess maybe they didn't start playing Rite of Flame until Past in Flames was introduced. Well, no, because none of these decks had Rite of Flame, right? Did Jesse's deck have Rite of Flame? No, Jesse didn't play Rite of Flame either. He actually didn't even have that many ban cards. His only ban card was Cloud Post, I think, right? And Punishing Fire, I guess. Green Sun Zenith. I just can't get over that. He had 4 Gruul Signet in his deck, and he top 8'd the Pro Tour. Like, what was that tournament? It was so good. Yeah, I guess it was more of a control deck, and that's probably why they didn't play Rite of Flame. Yeah, Gruul Signet has more Pro Tour top 8s in Modern than insert card that's fringe playable here. We don't win because they have the Spell Bomb, but I can just go Inverter, hold up Counterspell, right? So there's 2 things here. If they pop the Relic, then I win with Oracle, and if they don't pop the Relic, then I can hold up Counterspell. That's why I think it's safe to go for it here. Well, that's not fair, because there hasn't been a relevant tournament since MH2 came out, but... Playing Cloud Post and face 4 Twin decks? Jeez. That's probably not a good matchup for Cloud Post, huh? Yeah, Gruul Signet has more Pro Tour top 8s than Zephyr Boots. That is an accurate statement. Tell me I'm old without telling you that I'm old. Dude, Sam's deck was, like, revolutionary. I remember this deck. Also, only 2 Gitaxian Probe for what it's worth. Maybe, I bet if Sam could go back in time, they would probably want to change that, but... Hell of a deck right there. Yeah, that deck was sick. It just took the tournament by storm, too. Because I don't think anybody had it on their radar. How's Modern going? I mean, it's going as about you would expect. It's fine. It's not awful, it's just, I don't know. It's just not great. It's very mid. My feelings on Modern are very mid. Favorite Modern deck of all time, Affinity by a lot. It's the one that I had the most success with, and the one that I played for the longest. I cried myself to sleep the night they banned Mox Opal. Why do they have foretelling cards? Huh? Because I know it should have been banned earlier. That's not true. Okay, they're dead. They have Stoneforge Teferi in their hand. Yeah, I don't know what they're foretelling, but if it's a counterspell, I can just counter it, so... I guess it could be Saw It Coming. What could it possibly be? I don't even... Like, what? Wait, Time Walk, maybe? I don't even know. It's only game 2, by the way. They have 7 minutes on their clock. Am I biased if I say Hogak? Not at all. I mean, a lot of people enjoyed Hogak. You want to know what my second favorite deck of all time is? Eldrazi. So I'm with you on that camp. I like busted decks. I enjoy playing broken decks. It's honestly a tie between Eldrazi and Valky. They're pretty close. Like, the thing about Valky is every single time I would look at an opening hand, I just knew that this was 100% going to get banned. I don't know what this does. I'm just gonna counter it. Does this do anything? Oh, it does. Yeah, okay. Oh, weird card. What a weird ass card. What's up, Tyler? I guess they could cycle into a counterspell. Yeah, it was something for a week and a half. Stupid is a good way to describe it. Okay. So they could have Mystical Dispute. They have conceded from the game. Sick. Game 3. You know what would be a sweet idea for content? Have a tournament, but you're only allowed to register decks from PT Philly. Now, who would be interested in that? I know I would be. Red Gobbo Commander deck. So I'd use a card. Card maker to edit the card in a style of... Nice, nice. That's awesome, Tyler. Yeah, I feel like that would be a good time. Commander would be sweet content. I guarantee you 90% of the people in this chat would keck by. Less people would watch my Commander content than the Clone Hero content. So, also because I just kind of suck at Clone Hero. Do it in paper for the true classic feel. You could do like, you know how people, they have like the camera above, and then you just screen share in Discord? That's awesome, Tyler. Clone Hero is nice. I gotta find more memes. Table memes are good. Story in 2 parts. Stream highlight. Oh, I've watched this video before. It's a good video. This is a good video. Wait for it. And F6. It's just F6, right? Yeah, he did F6, okay. Alright, so at what point does Magic Online crash? Wait, Magic Online didn't crash? Alright, let's fast forward. Fast forward to the punchline. I skipped to the punchline, whoops. You know what would have been great on this video? Is if he like cut it out and just did like the Grand Theft Auto wasted thing. That would have been great. Yeah, heck bye. Heck bye. That was dope. Yeah, 0 cards in hand, just draws Plague Engineer. F's in chat for our boy Saffron Olive. Yeah, college are complete. Alright, I will Fatal Push your creature. It's dead. Great with curb music. Yeah, that'd be good too. I will counter your spell. And then I'll probably counter your next spell too. Because I'm just that guy. I'm not countering that. I refuse. I don't have it in me to counter a Talisman of Progress. Alright, Foretell Mystic Reflection. How do we beat it? Thin my deck a little bit. Where's our Gigant, though? He says with 2 counterspells in his hand. 2 mana. No, I'm good. I'm good with that. The new Luca they spoiled today looks interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put that, like, at least 1, maybe 2 copies in boats. I think it's really good. You know what I've been feeling lately, and I don't know if other people who play boats have the same feeling. I've been kind of down on just the card Sky Sovereign. I don't know what it is, but just like not really feeling that card as of late. I kind of want to mill them to keep my graveyard size a little low, but it's worse if I draw Murktide. Like, it's okay, it's still good against Rakdos, but I don't even think it's that good against Mono Green. Because it's not that good against Karn Uptick. Cut the boats from mainboard Cleaves. I could see that. What Commander deck do I usually? I don't play Commander. It's the one format I don't play. Well, along with Commander, Pauper Commander, and Pauper. This Shock? This. Oh, are they gonna Urza plus Mystic Reflection? Couldn't they? Oh, no, it would come into play as a second Urza, right? Let's just Jace first. Yeah, fast lands are gonna be dope. Play EE for 0. Reflection is non-legendary. Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know that. Of course you would know that, because it's a stupid commander card. I guess I wish I had considered first. But I'm just going to top that, play Flooded Strand, crack main phase, get a basic, and then I can go crack explosives, hold up counterspell. Or the expedition ones after the leak. Yeah, I just got mine in the mail today. But yeah, I did the exact same thing. As soon as that happened, I snapped them off. They're also insanely cheap right now. The Razorverge tickets were $5. That is a steal. Crazy. Is it supposed to be in the mailbox? Yeah, post office be like that. They'll get cheaper. Not the expedition ones. The expedition ones will go up for sure. Oh, hardcast, huh? We're a hardcast kind of day. Exclamation point hardcast in the chat. I respect it. They're attacking Jace. Attacking Jace with 2 minutes on their clock, probably not the best idea. I mean, I just don't think they can win anyways. I guess I'll top that. I kind of want to find a Delve spell before I do that, though. So I'm going to start milling them, because my graveyard's big enough. Okay, so we can go pop explosives. I guess this was dumb. I'm just not going to pay. I wanted to kill the Urza main phase so they couldn't spin, but now it's kind of awkward with the Sentinel, because I'm giving them more cards, but didn't use the secret mode on Charm. Well, I wanted to hold up the Charm for a counterspell in case they drew, like, exactly Thopter Foundry. But I guess I could have stolen the Cauldron Complete, yeah. Do I care about that? I don't really think I do. I think that's fine. Yeah, so I bought 4 of each of the lands. They have 2 mana left over. I'm gonna push this in response. So yeah, I think I paid 5 for the Razorverge Thickets, and then I think 10 for the Shores, 10 for the Seachromes. I already had the Copperline Gorges, and then I got fleeced a little bit on the Cliffs. I paid 20. It's not that bad. All right, will they finish resolving the Stonebrain before they time out? What do you think, chat? They named Inverter of Truth, like they're gonna resolve it. Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's funny because I actually used to own the Expedition Blackleaf Cliffs, but I ended up selling them a while back. But when I bought them before, they were 35, and then I think I sold them for like 25 or 26. So I still like made out pretty good on those already. So yeah, back when I bought them before, they were 35, and now they're 20. So less than when I bought them before. Wait and see how many I open for one. Yeah, but I want matching ones, and I also like the Expedition ones a lot more than, like, Borderless. Although, maybe the Borderless ones will be good. Need the Shawarma. They could just, like, time out at this point. I'll play this on 2. Why not? Go. I'm Assistant Pioneer. Yeah, I know. Me too. I want it to come back. I'd be pretty into a Inverter unban. And that has nothing to do with the 35 copies that are sitting next to me. Trust me. Nothing to do with that. Alright. We have successfully timed them out. You love to see it. They let the spell resolve when they had 1 second on their clock. What a time to be alive. Alright, 3-2. 3-2, here we come. Let's keep it. We'll draw Blue Source. Right? Surely we have to draw Blue Source. Murktide. Was the Murktide mirror? Just kidding. Okay, graveyard that. Okay. Blue Source. Shit. Not a source of blue. Guess it could be creativity. Looks like it probably is. Well, I don't know if creativity plays Rogrin Triome. Maybe they do. I haven't kept up with creativity lists. Blue Source. Getting iced? I let ice happen. Because if I pierce the ice and draw Blue Source, then I can't counter it's a fairy. Yep. Alright. Blue Source. Tilt. Kept the greedy hand. Every single time I've drawn this Takenuma, it's been hot garbage. And I've yet to even come close to wanting to activate it, so probably not worth playing. And we are dead. Not only is it a blue source. Oh, man. Classic. Common, Doom, L, plus ratio. I mean, it probably would have been funnier if I had drawn the Drowned Catacombs last turn, because then I couldn't spell Pierce the Teferi. Fable. Fable. Is it Fable of the Mirror Breaker or Table of the Mirror Breaker? Nobody actually knows. Can't cast Murktide. I think I need lands. Just classic 4 counterspells versus Teferi. This card's great. Super fun to play against. Boy, do I heckin' love Teferi Time Raveler. I'm so glad that card's banned in Pioneer. Getting creativity. Seems like we are. I will discard one of my 1,000 Spell Pierces. 8, 7, 12. So Watery Grave on top. I think I'm supposed to just go Murderous Cut player on Spell Pierce, maybe? 2. And then I end up with 3 cards in my graveyard, which I can cast the Murktide next turn. Yeah, I think I got a player on Spell Pierce. 1, 2... And then keep spells in the graveyard for the Murktide. Well, they didn't have Spell Pierce because they have 6'd, but... I'm in danger! God, Fable is such a sick card. Is that the most slept on card of 2022? Has to be, right? I mean, I guess you could put Shredder up there, but I feel like Shredder had more hype coming in than Fable did. Still like 25 tickets. Shieldred is unreasonably expensive. I think it's still like 60 tickets. Shredder had 0 hype. I feel like Spike was on Shredder before anybody else, though. And I don't recall Spike being on Fable as much as he was on Shredder. Yeah, I'm just going to save everybody some time. Teferi is a cool magic card. Alright, so creativity. Let's bring in Necromentia. Yeah, I know, I remember that. Financial decisions, but Spike, aspiring Spike. Offering financial advice for free, nonetheless. Well, unless you want to subscribe to his channel, but... Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess that's a good point. Bring in Mystical Dispute. Go seems bad, seems bad. I don't like explosives. Hearse mid, Swarm mid. Cut the Fatal pushes, and... Keep the Murderous Cut, because it's like an answer to Archon, maybe. Second Dress Down could probably go. Maybe the Bar... Nah, the Borrower's not that bad. Got second Dress Down. Yeah, Fable was 3 ticks for a while, too. I think that, at least in the way that I remember it, is I think that Shredder had a little bit more heat coming on, like, on it, coming into the set than Fable did, but... Everybody always likes to bring in explosives against creativity, but the thing is, like, holding up 2 mana, I guess with this deck, where I'm holding up Counterspell, it's not that bad, but... I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan about explosives in this matchup. Because they also have Teferi, which can just, you know, bounce the explosives the turn before they go off, or, I don't know. It's just not, it's not great. I've been that looking for lands. Probably gonna get iced here, which is fine. I'll just hold up Counterspell. If I don't get iced, I don't think I'm about to jam Necromentia, because it's just too bad into Spell Pierce. It's tempting to jam Necromentia, but I'm gonna hold steady. Hold steady. Firm, steady, firm, hold. I don't know. Words. Yep, words. I can't use words today. Just play a 3-drop. You won't. Do it, no balls. Ah. The old Necromentia. I will name Archon of Cruelty. Did they bring in a second creature? They have 2 Archons in their hand. They did not bring in a second creature. That's nice. So their only win condition is Fable, Dwarven Mine, and then Red and 6 with 1 Bolt. I guess they get to resolve Teferi, which stinks, but... Oh, wait, they have 2 zombies, too. It's actually bad for me. It's true. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not like this. Guess we have answers to the zombies, technically. Classic Necromentia gaming. I guess I could have responded and cut one of the zombies, but I would have had to pay 2 life there. Just why I didn't want to do that. Stupid Teferi. I guess Oracle blocks one of the zombies? Sure, kinda. Okay, I think that one's a pretty easy top. And I guess I don't have to cut now, actually. Yeah, I don't have to cut now. I can wait. I really want this Thassa's Oracle to go to the graveyard somehow so I can shuffle it back in with the Inverter. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I could save the cut for, like, the Fable token. Or maybe just the Fable itself. But I kind of want to cut next turn to get rid of some of the graveyard. So I can at least try to cast this Inverter at some point. I mean, I could cut my own Oracle. I don't want to do that, but that is a line I could take. So we know they have Binding and 1 Unknown. Oh, actually we can't, because if I cut my own Oracle, they just get the Binding in a response, right? 13. Are so fucked up. Ah! Alright, let's cut the Shaman token. 1, 2, 4. Well, hold on. If I cut my own Oracle, do you think they'll cast Binding? It's so bad if they do. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. Maybe just play towards drawing a second Oracle. But I can't really play the Inverter here. Guess I'd rather hold the Oracle on defense. I don't know. This game seems kind of lost. Okay. Fury is a hell of a card. Another one of those honorary Modern Horizons 2 cards. There's a lot of them out there. Yeah, Fable pretty much is too. Binding. This is just like all that is honorary Modern Horizons tribal, I should say. Words. Words are difficult. Fitting way to end this league. I'm off it. I'm off it. That's all I got.